really want to thank you for being here today to celebrate women. We have an amazing group of women up here on the stage. Yes, applause.
Now I have excuse not to clap because I'm holding the phone.
I'm going to introduce each one of these women individually. First, we will be starting with Destiny. Yes, Destiny, beautiful. She's going to tell us a little bit about what she provides to the community as a woman, and I'll let her take the floor. But please welcome Destiny the Muse.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. It's just so beautiful, so much beautiful energy. And the fact that we're all looking to be here to celebrate women, we're so powerful. And it's just really exciting to be in a space that honors that, where we don't have to dim our light, we don't have to walk on eggshells, but we get to just stand in our full power and our full authority. And I'm so excited to be here in a space that's celebrating me, because I deserve to be celebrated. And I thank you guys for putting this together and for allowing us the opportunity and the space to share in this way. My name is Destiny Fry, and I am the owner and founder of Grounded Self-Care Studio. We are a studio located in downtown San Bernardino, and we focus on mind, body, soul healing. And we really do this through a way that allows people to decipher themselves what we need. We truly believe and feel that we've been told for so long how to heal and what healing should look like and how we should show up, so many rules and so many boxes. But at the end of the day, you are your own guide and you are your own light, and you can trust yourself. And at Grounded, we're really about empowering people to trust themselves a little bit more and know that they have an inner light guiding them. And that they just have to tap into it a little bit more to figure out what it is, and find a new way to move through this world with figuring out how to exist independently, right? In a world that is not really set up for independence. And so we empower people to do that through so many different creative ways. We actually just had an experience yesterday called Grounding Intentions, where we allow participants to connect with the earth. We connected to the three of the 5 elements found in nature: fire, water, and earth. And we're able to pull from the natural elements that surround us to find our power. It's a very beautiful experience. You guys can check us out at Grounded Self-Care on everything. Our website is groundedselfcare.com, Instagram, Facebook, all of it is Grounded Self-Care. And we really just want to be a resource for you guys, help you guys find that light, turn it back on if it's off, right? Give yourself compassion and grace, turn it even brighter if it's already on. But we are so much more powerful when we're standing in our own authority and standing in the abundance that is naturally ours. So we want to help you guys do that. So stay connected. Our next event is going to be April 24th. The 4th Saturday of every month, we do an experience in downtown San Bernardino. If you would like more information, please come say hi. I love talking to people so much. I just get so excited. So if you guys have questions, I'm so approachable, and I would love to share space with you. And yeah, let us help you. Let us help you. I love you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Round of applause for Destiny. Part of our intention here is to make sure that resources are being provided to the community. And so every single woman here is providing a different perspective, things to consider in the community that maybe you're aware of or not aware of. So for our next speaker, we have a staple in our community here in Redlands. She was just brought on as a councilwoman. Let's give her a round of applause. This is Jenna Guzman Lowry, and I'll let her take over.
I think my earrings kind of come with this like really cool mask holding feature that I just discovered right now. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay, cool. I know that sometimes I struggle to hear the mumbling of the microphone. I have my English grandmother in the back of my head telling me to enunciate and articulate everything that comes out of my mouth at this moment. So hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, so thank you so much, Stronger Together Now, and Janelle for inviting me to this event. My name is Jenna Guzman Lowry, and I am a Redlands City Council member, and I represent District 4 here in Redlands. Thank you. I was recently elected as of November 2020, and it was, I think, a representation of what I would like to see as the new blood or the new perspective of the ways in which that we can see leadership in our community. And I say that because I love what you're mentioning, Destiny, in your understanding of the need to ground yourself in your own light, in this independence as individuals, being able to create a life that is meaningful and worth living, and in which we all have a sense of purpose and belonging. Something that I think that I can provide for this community from the perspective and the seat of a legislative political position is recognizing the need for collective action and collective impact that allows people to live in the way that you've described so beautifully. That in order for us to thrive, in order for us to be able to acquiesce this sense of self-actualization that you speak of, it's also a requirement that we have our fundamental human needs met. So outside of my job as a city council member, I am currently finishing my training to be a trauma therapist. I'm finishing my master's at the moment, and I am recognizing, thank you, that with trauma-informed care, what that means is that we're not creating coping skills or imbuing people with abilities to ground themselves and then sending them back out into a world that traumatizes them. So the job that we do happens not just in our individual action and the beautiful healing work that we have access to, but it also happens on a fundamental structural level. That if people don't have access to healthcare, to housing, to food, to community engagement, and a sense of meaning and belonging in their neighborhoods, then the ability to reach that actualization becomes that much harder to acquiesce. So something that I'm passionate about is not just the recognition of improving our lives holistically in how we treat our own healing, but that we heal collectively. And we embrace this idea of unity and community, and that we do it together, because none of us sitting here are self-made. Every single one of us that is sitting here is community-made. You're made because of your ancestors, because of the land that you stand on. We honor the people whose land that we're on. And we recognize that it is together that we are stronger. So I hope that what you can gather from me, or what you can gain from this today, is to connect with me. I have some city business cards. If you ever have city business that you know you need an elected official on your side, or you want to consult with someone or get answers from your city, I'm here on that level. But also in the world of counseling and systemic change, I'd like to be a liaison for that as well. So please connect with me afterwards. If you're on Instagram, you can find my personal page. It's Belching Babe. I'm not embarrassed about that. Or you can find me at Jennifer Redlands on Instagram. So thank you.
Okay, I'll be done after this.
Thank you, Jenna. Again, another round of applause for Jenna. Yes. So, again, if you're not sure what your role is in the community, feel free to talk to Jenna, get some ideas on how you can show up and be part of your community. Whether that be serving in a role or volunteering. We have plenty of organizations that you can connect with while here. So please talk to all the vendors, talk to all the people at the tables, and get as much information as you need. I have here next the beautiful Monique Rose. She is a finance and fitness educator. So I'm gonna give her some space, but please, welcome Monique.
Hello, happy Sunday everyone. Can you hear me clearly? Sometimes I get nervous speaking on microphones, just having that focal point be on you, you know? Whoever wants to be in the spotlight like that. But social media makes it a little bit easier these days, right? With the selfies and the videos. But I'm just really happy to be here. Thank you, Stronger Together, for giving me a space to speak and for inviting me here to just connect with everyone. Your events are always phenomenal. This is the third event I've supported for Stronger Together. So let's just give them a round of applause for this community initiative. Strong shout out to you, Janelle, for being a powerful role model and just empowering women. As she mentioned, my name is Monique Rose. I am a fitness and finance educator. Now, that may not be a title that you go to school and major in, like, hi, I'm here to major in the fitness and finance education program. So to give you a bit of background on how that came about is, I did get my master's in education at the young age of 21, and then I started teaching high school English. I taught high school English for about 6 years, and I realized my passion for not just learning information and simplifying it for adolescents and helping them to be lifelong learners and learning personal development and career development. But I also realized my passion for wanting to do more in the education field outside the classroom. So 6 years in, well, I would say 4 years in, I was pretty much found myself depressed. I felt like I wasn't fulfilled anymore. Things were falling apart in my personal life. And I realized that you can't really help people be their best selves or teach them how to do better if you don't feel that you're at your best self, you know? Sometimes, you know, we're vessels, we're cups, and we have to be filled up to pour into others. And that's something I had to learn from a very young age. I was 21 when I started teaching. So it was like 24 when I found myself really depressed. I was a new mom, I have a 6-year-old son now. But when he was about 1 year old, I was told that I was pre-diabetic. So I didn't realize that from stress, depression, then falling victim to emotional eating, binge eating, you know, just sleeping late, just really implementing a lot of unhealthy habits because I was channeling my depression, anxiety in these unhealthy ways, something that many of us can probably relate to, especially during this pandemic. The wake-up call came when I went to the hospital, and the doctor said, yeah, we have to put you on insulin. You're 225 pounds and you're only 5'5", your BMI is through the roof. BMI is your body mass index, and while I felt good and I thought I looked good, I wasn't very healthy. And so I told the doctor I didn't want to start medication so young in my life. And that's what prompted me to take a different change, make a change, take a different course. And I told them, give me 5 weeks, I'll come back in 5 weeks, and I'll try to implement some of the things you taught me. So the doctor said, try drinking 8 cups of water a day, right? And try cutting out carbs, limiting your fats. And I did all of that, but I wasn't seeing the results I wanted to see because at the end of the day, I was still stressed. I realized there's another part that's crucial to physical health, and that's your mental health. Doctors always talk about that correlation, right? Like, where are you mentally and how does that impact where you are physically? And so to fast forward, I went through what's called a spiritual journey, just a lot more meditation and reflection and writing, a lot more reading. And ultimately, I realized that I had anxiety that I need to control. So to make a long story short, because I found the mental motivation and I was able to unlock what was causing me to fall victim to these unhealthy habits, I was able to change those unhealthy habits. And I found 5 habits that I need to change to lose the weight and to overcome my anxiety. And those 5 things I've listed and created an ebook for, and I'll share with you later on. But ultimately, I lost 2 pounds a week following these 5 steps. So just to tell you really quick, the first step is drinking a gallon of water a day. The second step is not eating after 7 or 8 p.m. or like 3 hours before bed. The third step being implementing 30 minutes of some form of activity. Then the fourth step was implementing natural juices or just increasing my intake of vitamins and minerals intentionally on a daily basis. And then the fifth step was limiting simple carbs. So you have simple and complex carbs. So for example, instead of having white rice, you may go for brown rice or things like that. So those 5 steps literally helped me to, and putting them all together, helped me to lose 2 pounds a week. And now, you know, I started going to the gym, and people told me in the gym, man, I've seen you transform. You went from 225 to 200, 180, and today I'm 150, 150 pounds. And I wanted to help more people, and I wanted to do so in a professional way. So I went back to school to be a personal trainer, studied body mechanics, and now today I'm a fitness coach. And I educate people on how to tailor programs specifically for your fitness needs, your health goals. We practice metacognition, which is like thinking about your own thinking, like identifying what are those unhealthy habits that's holding you back, and how are mental health barriers or childhood traumas or stressors in your life leading to those unhealthy habits. So we do a lot of that. It's not just me. I went from personal training to then creating an online platform called Most Motivational Health Club. And what we render now is nutrition services. We have nutritionists, we have other personal trainers that work with you one-on-one. We also have fitness products like bodysuits and resistant bands, just different resources and services to keep you motivated and support you along your journey. So that's the fitness side. Then on the financial side, I realized while I was feeling healthier, looking better, financially things weren't so great. Right, I had like a 560 credit score. I was ready to buy a house, couldn't get the pre-approval, and I'm just like, okay, well, we can look great and we can go on Instagram and post all these beautiful pictures, but how stable is your life, right? Like, how much are you investing into your future financially? What really makes us happy, I discovered, are 2 F's. And who can guess what those 2 F's are? Like, what are the 2 things that as adults really make us happy? Say it. Financial freedom. Who has another? I'm pretty sure some of you are here together as such. Family. Friendship turned family, right? And what else? Finance. So financial freedom and family tends to be, who can agree by show of hands that financial freedom and family, as you get older, become like the 2 core values in your life? That's really what centers your happiness. And so my company's motto, Most Motivational Health Club, is to help families become healthier and happier every day by establishing a lifestyle. And so now we've partnered with a credit restoration company. It's also a financial education service company. We offer credit restoration, identity protection, help you establish a new stream of income, and we do weekly presentations and workshops on investing and stocks, and ultimately we just really want to pour into families any way we can, whether it be through fitness or finance. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, but that's a little bit about what my company does and my background, and I hope to connect with all of you. So right now, if you have your phone in your hand, go ahead and text credit or fitness to 914-573-3348. And I will say that again. Go ahead and text credit or fitness, and this is not to sell you anything, but just to share more information with you, to 914-573-3348. And if you have IG or Instagram, you can follow me as MoFit, MOFIT _ health club. And I look forward to connecting with all of you to know who you are, your company background, how we could potentially collaborate, or how I can be of service to you, or just to be a friend, right? A mentor, however. So thank you guys for listening, and continue to be prosperous, peaceful, passionate, and prayerful. No matter what your religion is, just continue to focus on those 4 P's and those two keys of happiness, family and financial freedom. Thank you again.
What were the 4 P's, bro?
4 P's?
Shame on tongue.
Thank you, Moni. Again, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. So much beautiful information and great experience to share with all of us. And your transformation is amazing. So thank you. Next we have Rebecca Ustrell. She is the owner of Curious Publishing. So please welcome her to the stage. Round of applause.
Thank you. First of all, I just want to say that I feel like so grateful to be sharing the stage with these wonderful women. I'm like, wow, hello, how am I going to follow that one up? That was amazing, literally everything I needed to hear. So, go a round of applause for them again. So, my name is Rebecca Ustrell. I own Curious Publishing, and I'm also an artist myself. So, a little bit about Curious Publishing. And if you forget what I say, or you come in towards the end, I have a table with a black tablecloth right back there. There's a volunteer there right now if you just want to raise your hand. We specialize in publishing artists, poets, writers, stories around arts and culture if they reside in the Inland Empire or LA. So we've been doing this since 2017. We started with a really small zine and a small pop-up at Graber Olive House in Ontario. And I had experience in doing art pop-ups with Claremont Art Walk and Ontario Art Walk. So I participated both as an artist and as a zine maker at the time in 2017. And I just thought that there was so much momentum, so much creativity that just wasn't being amplified to the level that I had seen all over Los Angeles. And I thought that, why wouldn't the biggest zone, right here in California, have an even stronger voice than LA? We deserve that. We're as creative, and I wanted people to have a hub to refer back to that wasn't based in LA. So that was my inspiration for starting Curious Publishing. I have always been in love with the print format. I kind of always saw it as a way, as an accessible gallery. Not everyone is raised in the culture where you're going to art openings. Not everyone has the luxury of even taking the train into LA to see a big opening at LACMA. And the way I was exposed to art was literally just like opening an encyclopedia as a kid and going to the art section. And from there being like, okay, Picasso, he's a guy, he's an artist. Oh, Frida Kahlo, awesome. I'm also Mexican. But that was like where the wall hit. And the way that I noticed that I was interacting with art was through books. I would see a beautiful book cover, the way the text was laid out, and I'm just like, I don't know why I want to keep this book, but it's beautiful to me and I want to display it. Fast forward to my early 20s, I'm 30 right now. I started dabbling in the collage and zine making, going to Zine Fest in LA. That was super inspiring to me, just the way that you can jam-pack so much culture and art into a small volume. And I wanted to give it a try myself. So now it's 2021, and we are on our third volume of our quarterly magazine, Curious Magazine. So yeah, I just want to give myself a round of applause. And it's exciting to see some familiar faces, artists that I've worked with. Nicholas here in the front with the hat is actually on our design team. He was there in the beginning and we published his art. But what I want to say is that any artist, if you're from the IE, you can DM us at Curious Publishing if you have a pitch for an art book that you want to do solo and you need some funds for. We have something called the BIPOC Queer and Women's Publishing Fund, where we've been collecting donations from all of our book sales to put that back into the community to publish your work. So if you have an idea, or even if it's just in the fundamental stages of your idea and you need some help developing it, we'll help you make that come to fruition. A little bit about myself. I'm also a practicing artist, and I specialize in women's and emotional mental health themes. And I'm excited to say that I started practicing again this year during quarantine, because before that I would have 2 full-time jobs, was also running Curious Publishing, and I recently decided to take a step back and focus on my own art, and I've noticed that it's actually been totally worth it. I'd say if you're considering leaving a job you're not happy with, take that risk and invest in yourself, because it's all gonna pour excellent energy back into your own passions. For me, that was Curious Publishing and developing my own art. So I'm still on my journey, but I feel like this year has been transformative, and I'm happy to share that momentum through our publications and through my own art. So if you wanted to get in touch with me after this, I have my personal business card, and I have the Curious Publishing business card as well back there. So thank you so much. I hope to hear from you.
Rebecca, thank you. Round of applause. What an inspiring story. Especially being able to create your own business, something you believe in and stand for, and inspiring others to do so. It's an amazing story. So thank you. Next we have Brandy. She is with Thrive Single Moms, and she will be talking about resources available here in the community. So without further ado.
Hello everyone, my name is Brandy, Executive Director and Founder of Thrive Single Moms. I see so many beautiful women here today. I'm just sitting here like literally in awe, like crushing on these women. This woman right here is just absolutely beautiful. I saw her walk up, I'm like, oh my goodness, she's fierce. There are so many beautiful women here. I see some of my moms here from Thrive Single Moms. So excited that they're here visiting today. And I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am a single mom of 8 years. I have 3 kids that I've been raising on my own. I went through a really, really difficult divorce myself, abuses of every kind that you can think of. That was my experience. And when I came out of that experience, out of that marriage, I had to start my life kind of over. And I was determined to rise, determined to be a great mom, to pursue my passions, to raise my kids well and stable. And it was really, really, really hard work. And in my experience, which I did not expect, there were not a lot of resources available for single moms, and I felt very invisible for a long time. As I kind of like got back on my feet and got myself kind of stabilized a little bit, I had this sense that whatever I wanted wasn't existing, and so I needed to create that for myself and for other women. And so that's how Thrive Single Moms was born. We engage, equip, and empower single moms. And that's kind of our primary focus. Our foundation being community, building community for single moms, because I felt incredibly lonely, incredibly isolated, and with that came depression, anxiety, struggle, self-worth issues, all that I was kind of dealing with on my own. I remember somebody remembered my name once, and I thought, I'm seen. And that's kind of when my healing began, is when I was seen. And so I've dedicated my life to creating space where women are seen, and where they belong, and where they have a sense of belonging with no judgment. Their stories are not too hard, and dedicated to hearing those stories and help them build and rise. We are here in the community. We have, just in general, we have workshops that we do. We're starting again after 2021, into 2021. We're doing a Nourish retreat and helping moms process this last year. The pandemic, distance learning, all of that. We're gonna have a beautiful 6-hour retreat starting May 1st. And you're welcome to come. We'll have information out pretty soon. You can follow us on our website as well. The second part is equip. So we know that we can't expect women to rise without meeting their practical needs. So in our equip program, we provide food, gas cards, food cards. We meet women that have been abandoned, left behind with nothing but their belongings in their car. We get resources then in the community. We often meet at coffee shops. We don't have a space or a place, but we are in the community because we are the community. And then we have empowerment, which is coaching, so personalized coaching, because we do believe, like you said, we know what we're supposed to be doing, but society has taught us not to trust ourselves. And so we want to help women by finding their true voice, bringing that out, helping them believe it, and how to walk that out in their life and build something powerful and amazing that they can feel proud of. So we're going to be starting our coaching program this year, which I'm super, super excited about. And we're already doing some crisis coaching for moms, but it's just amazing when women say, I feel validated or I feel heard. And that's what I want to continue to expand and grow. So anyway, we're here in Redlands. We serve San Bernardino, Riverside, Rialto, pretty much the whole IE area. And we're going to be launching an app soon so we can expand even further and meet women, because we've already had women coming from Texas, the East Coast. How do I get this started in my community? How do we build? So we're going to just continue to reach more and more women, and that's our goal. So thank you guys all for being here and for listening. We appreciate it. I'm honored to be here.
One more round of applause for Brandy. Amazing. I have to say I'm humbled just standing here. I've learned so much about every single one of these women today. The strength to be vulnerable and to share, it's amazing. So again, let's applaud all of these women for sharing their life experience, for providing us with direction. And before you guys go, if you could stand with me, we'll get a picture. And we'll continue with some music. Check out the rest of the vendors. And we'll come back around here with one of our artists to start singing in a little bit. Thank you.